What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another beer review, and today is the fourth and final day of Old Nation Week here on the channel. So if you haven't been following along this week, I've been reviewing beers from the Old Nation Brewing Company out of Williamston, Michigan, and I'd like to give a huge thank to a fellow beer tuber and a good friend of mine, Eric over at EricALionsFan, for making this happen. Eric sent me 4 beers from the Old Nation Brewing Company, and I highly appreciate it, so thank you very much, Eric. If you guys want to check out Eric's channel, I'll post a link in the description box. I'll also throw a link to the Beer Mail unboxing video I did, but you know, this is the last day, and you probably already know the beers I reviewed so far this week, but I'll throw it in there anyway. So yeah, thanks again, Eric. Truly do appreciate it. So, the beer I'm going to be reviewing today is their Full Earth. So, first off, shout out to Earth. Great viewer, awesome dude. Always appreciate your comments, Earth. Also, I always enjoy hanging out with him whenever he hops in Hangouts. Great dude. Drinks some awesome beers on the West Coast, so shout out to you, good sir. Anyway, this is part of their new Orthodox India Pale Ale series. This is a double India Pale Ale coming in at 9.1% alcohol by volume and 50 IBUs. For malts, they're using Pilsner, wheat, oat, and rice. Boil hops, Columbus, Centennial, Cryo, Laurel, and then dry hopping with Columbus, Centennial, Cryo, Laurel, and Cryo Simcoe. So they're using cryo hops in this, which is pretty cool. Package/canned on date, 5/30/18, making this just under a month old at the time of review. And this is sweating, so Paul over at PA Brew News, no, I'm not drinking this room temperature, but this has been out of my fridge for like a half an hour. It is very warm down here. It's like 70, 71, 72 degrees, so, you know, this has been out of the fridge for a little while, but you're going to see a lot of sweat on this can. Also, I'm using my Dogfish Head, I guess this is their IPA glass. It's a bitch to wash, so probably going to be some dirty glass mafia. I usually don't have that issue with my glasses, but I think we're going to have it with this one, so just be forewarned. Let's crack into this one. So I'm going to be curious to see how this compares to Boss Tweed, their other oh my god, their other double IPA. Give this a slow pour. This always generates a huge fucking head, this glass, and it pisses me off sometimes. Anyway, that should be fine. I'm going to have to pick up the spilled beer later, a little bit later. But yeah, anyway, actually, no dirty glass mafia. That's actually nice. So this pours out very much like most of Old Nation beers. They're a bit darker than your typical New England style IPAs and double IPAs, even though they don't call this one, and this is New England style. I mean, come on now. Has about a 2-finger of an off-white head, has this deep orange color to it, almost like this light brass color, super hazy and murky. Yeah, murky. Turbid, murky. But yeah, looks the role of an other. It looks the role. I was gonna say other half. It looks the role or plays the role of an Old Nation beer / New England style. It has, you know, the haze for days that you're accustomed to. Albeit most of their beers are a bit darker. So anyone that's gonna nose on this. Ooh, that's actually reminded me of some old school beers. I'm picking up actually a pretty decent caramel malt base to this one. Some resinous pine, a bit of earthiness. But there's this nice underlying citrus of like grapefruit, ruby red grapefruit, orange, lemon. Maybe even like a very slight honeydew melon. Yeah, this actually smells pretty damn tasty. It's like, I think I said this in the Greenstone review on Friday. This has like a West Coast IPA meets East Coast IPA. Not like a new school New England style, but more like an old school East Coast IPA. Yeah, it smells welcoming because it's quite a bit different than beers I've been drinking lately, certainly IPA. So anyway, let's get into it. Cheers, everyone, and thanks again, Eric. Man, it has to be Old Nation's yeast strain. It has to be, or something they're doing with the malts. I'll tell you right now, I'm not sure. I am not positive that I could, in a blind taste test, tell you an Old Nation beer right off the get-go, like first sip or two. But they all have, and I've said it before, they all have this slightly acidic, like fruit juice quality that's more like an orange or like a grapefruit juice. It just has this little bite or acidic sensation to it. It's not really like tart or anything. It's almost like I took a sip of orange juice. All 4 beers have been like that. And it's very noticeable because I've been reviewing a lot of other Half Brewing Company beers, and they don't have that same sort of character. So it has to be the house yeast strain. If they're using a house yeast strain or whatever yeast strain they're using, I feel like that's what it has to be. Although it could be the malts, for sure. Regardless, 9.1%. I cannot detect any alcohol in this. Again, it has that juicy, acidic orange juice, grapefruit juice quality to it. And it has a slight resinous pine quality, a bit of earthiness, which is, again, welcomed in the situation. Mouthfeel's proper. It's like higher side of medium body. The mouthfeel is basically Old Nation. It's not full on extremely like creamy and smooth, but it's very close. It's proper for the style, but it's not upper echelon. If that makes any sense, if you guys out there have had other Half or Treehouse beers, some of those beers, just the mouthfeel is just bonkers. This one is approaching that. It's like 95% to that level, but not quite to the level, but very close. But yeah, ruby red grapefruit, sweeter orange, a very slight honeydew melon vibe, a bit of a peach apricot stone fruit thing going on. Way too easy to drink, as you can see. This is almost gone. This is basically like Boss Tweed's brother, or maybe cousin, because it's crazy how easy this drinks. Rating wise, 4.5 out of 5 for this. This is fucking tasty. I didn't know what to expect. I mean, they're using cryo hops, but they're also using Columbus and Centennial and Simcoe and Laurel. I don't know too much about, but these are older school hops, and they do a beautiful job with it. So yeah, 4.5 out of 5. Thanks again, Eric, not only for this beer, but for all the beers you sent me. Really do appreciate it. There wouldn't have been an Old Nation week without you, so thank you very much. And I appreciate you guys all stopping by for another theme week. I'm going to slow down probably on this theme weeks, probably do them like once a quarter. There's a mosquito in here, or something. Probably like once a quarter. So once every 3 months or so. I've been doing them like basically once a month, and that's a bit too much. I know you guys probably get sick of them. I do as well. So yeah, that does it for another theme week. That does it for another beer review. If you guys want to like, comment, subscribe, feel free to do so. That notification bell, do whatever you want with it. It updates you. It notifies you when my videos go live. If that's what you're all about, then hit it. If not, cool too. But anyway, till the next one, cheers.